What is up, everyone? Apologies for the late start. How you all doing? We're coming into game week 11. Lots to talk about. Kane is back. Kane is not in my team. Jesus didn't play. Aguero did. It's a big game. Aguero might play. Who knows what to do? We're going to talk about it. Hopefully, you guys can give me some inspiration into what to do, because I'm pretty much getting Kane, but yeah, it's going to have to be, as Fozzie says, by the end of the night, because he's going up in price, and I cannot afford a price rise. I checked the prices before the Real Madrid game yesterday, and he was like minus 2% or something. Now he's like almost rising. Oh, he's going to rise. He's like 110% or something like that. So, yes, we will talk about that later. How are you all doing? Have you all made your decision? People who kept Kane must be laughing right now, because no one really, striker-wise, did really well last week. So no one who kept Kane was punished. Quite the opposite, in fact. Bit jealous. Oh yeah, let's do the polls chat. There's 4 polls tonight. I couldn't, even though I tweeted out, I didn't really get anything I wanted to put up. I couldn't really think of stuff to put on there. I didn't necessarily want to put Man City again. So I've gone for, is Kane essential? How important is squad balance? Because I'm going to be wildcarding soon. I've been thinking about it. Does it matter? People like Ericsson, can I keep them when they're so expensive? Game week 11 captain, game week 11 transfers. And obviously, as always, we will go through your questions. But yeah, if I'd kept Kane, not only would I be 4 points better off, I'd have 2 free transfers, and I'd still have Kane. And I could basically, I don't know. Basically, I would have been fine. Oh no, I wouldn't have had 2 free transfers, that's a lie. But I'd be 4 points better off. And I could probably save my transfer this week. And then just use a hit, not even a hit next week, to make a change. Make 2 transfer change and bring in Lukaku. Jesus, I'm all over the place. Anyway, I didn't do that, so it doesn't matter. Roy might play 11 at the back versus Kane, maybe. Everybody does FPL live shows now. I should start one soon. Everyone does. They really do. Obviously, this is the best one. And then the actual FPL show is second. Can you say a quick hi to Tina and Sarah, as they don't believe me that this is live? How else could I prove this is live? What up, y'all? Think Kane is essential, but not sure he will play full 90. Yeah, possibly not. He put in a bit of a shift versus Real Madrid. The whole team did, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think Kane's going to be benched, to be honest. No horses outside, no. Someone having a really loud conversation there. It sounded like they were on hands-free or something. Yeah, that is true. After Spurs beat Dortmund at home, I think it was at home, they drew 0-0 with Swansea. Could happen again. I mean, the scoreline, I think, the scoreline made it look much more comfortable than it was for Spurs. Probably deserved the win, but Real Madrid didn't half attack. They have to put a lot of work in Spurs to stop them scoring any more than just one. You're going to bench Lukaku next week. That is crazy talk. This week, sorry. What is my drink? It's just like Club Orange. I think my Kane move People are telling me to bring Kane in for Jesus for a hit. But the thing is, Jesus didn't play. He's probably going to play against Arsenal. Do we really see him getting rested twice in a row? I mean, it's possible, of course. But I think I'd rather just get rid of Aguero, who also will probably play. Like, I don't have doubts in my mind about that. But Aguero to Kane for free just seems like I have to do it. And then next week I'll probably wildcard. Now, what I did think about doing was wildcarding this week, keeping Aguero, and then shifting Aguero to Lukaku next week. But part of me thinks it's better to make the transfer this week then wildcard than the other way around. If that makes sense. Now, obviously, Kane might blank, but I don't want to. I'd rather risk that he's going to blank than risk he scores a brace without me having him in his team, my team. Need to get the price rises right. I mean, having Aguero and Kane on a wildcard would be fine. But will I really want to swap Aguero to Lukaku next week? Probably not. Differential punt on Kane pre-wildcard. Yeah, I know it's not much of a punt. Just have to get him in, really. What would your team look like if you wildcarded? I'm not even sure I know, to be honest. What was I checking? Man City. Yeah, Man City fixtures look good. I think I'm going to keep Sterling. Yeah, exactly. I don't really want to make a transfer the week after wildcard. Sturridge is pretty cheap, but he's not coming in my team. Not with Kane fit. Sturridge is 8 million. I'll do my wildcard. I'll do my... let's have a look. Do my wildcard-ish. Will I captain Kane if I bring him in? Absolutely. Richarlison will probably stay. Haven't quite decided that yet. Why don't I have Hazard? I don't know. Just not really had the chance to put him on my team. It's quite expensive. I think I'm going to go Abraham up front. That's the first thing. And a player who rose the other night, so lost a bit of money on him already. Swap Eriksen for Ali. I don't know. Seems a bit sideways. Granted, we saw Ali go on a bit of a run last year at this time, so it is tempting. No, I've not wildcarded. To be fair, Lukaku's only like good for a few weeks. And then it's a couple of bad ones, then he's good again. I suppose when he's nailed, you got to have him. I mean, I would be a little bit worried about Heaton's return. Depends how long he's out for. I'd have to look that up. I really don't know right now. So Loftus-Cheek is definite. I'd say Charlie Daniels is 4.9. Still, he's never going to drop. Lukaku took ages to drop. Lukaku is out of form. It's a good job not adding him on my team. Even though he's done sideways doesn't apply to wildcards. That is true. Still be deeply annoyed if it happened. If Eriksen suddenly did really well. Nah, I don't think I'm going for Davern De Gea. Daniels might drop tonight. Do you know what? I've heard that so many times. I'm probably not going to... I'm not wildcarding this week, so it doesn't matter, but... Seriously, I've heard that so many times. You're putting off your essay to watch this stream. You should definitely do your essay. Bournemouth clean sheets are a myth. For now. That can change. Who else are we putting in? I guess, are we saying we're keeping Richarlison? I think I might put Zaha in. We'll see how Richarlison does against Everton, I suppose. But that's pretty nice fixtures for Zaha over Christmas. Or, sorry, on the run-up to Christmas. Especially with how bad... I know I've got Loftus-Cheek as well, but I'm always going to play Zaha ahead. Does not leave me much money, though, in defence, to be honest. This is why I need to go back. This is basically wildcarding back to, like, a similar kind of squad balance, I suppose, and team structures I had right at the start of the season. So I would have had, instead of Zaha and Sterling, I'd not quite, but near enough, I would have had... No, actually, no, it's not true. Basically, yeah, I would have had Mkhitaryan instead of Sterling, because Mkhitaryan was 8 million at the start. And instead of Zaha, I had Atsu, so I could have a bit of a better defence. And Firmino up front. Double Palace does look weird, though. What happens if Pochettino says Kane is out tomorrow? Then I'll be gutted, to be honest. But I've got to do it. What other defenders? Swansea. Probably Fernandes. I'm going for like 4.5 to 4.9-ish players. Not sure I'm happy with that, to be honest. Talking of players that never drop. Ben Mee. Get him in. And then the Duffmeister. Something like that. But David De Gea is too expensive. Carroll over Loftus-Cheek just in case Palace don't play a game week. That's a very specific scenario. I think I'd rather just get the points from Loftus-Cheek over the weeks. That leaves me with 0.1 million. I don't know what you can see. That leaves me with 0.1 million. There you go. David De Gea nailed Man United cover over Christmas. You are right. Of course. But I'd have to... I'm basically downgrading Zaha to... I don't know, like Gross, which isn't the worst idea. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if I need to wildcard. I seriously don't. I wonder if I had a different goalkeeper to Foster, whether I'd even be thinking about wildcarding. Because defence-wise, I'm swapping Norton and Ward to me and Fernandes. Fair enough, Sutton doesn't play. I've already got most of that midfield, and I can get the front line with one hit. I don't know. But should I be taking hits when I've got the wildcard? Maybe not. Thing is, if I wildcard, I want to do something different. So I almost feel like one of Eriksen, Salah, or Sterling, I should get rid of them and just beef up the defence a bit. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll transfer Kane in this week. And then I might not even hit the wildcard button straight away next week. I might wait and see what happens. Hazard in, but for who? When else would I wildcard? When I really need it, I suppose, but that might never happen. Yeah, you get the second wildcard after, in the new year, basically. Why not switch Eriksen for another City mid? I just think Eriksen's going to do really well now. I know he's a bit pricey, but I don't really want to get rid of him. He's not done too much wrong, apart from blanking the last 2 weeks, but... How would I get Lukaku next week if I go Aguero to Kane? I would probably... Well, I'd get rid of Sterling or Vardy. Probably Vardy. And do Jesus to Lukaku. Seems like an okay way of doing it. Could do Richarlison to Atsu. Wildcarding for Crystal Palace players is madness. It's not really wildcarding just for them. Any sign of a horse tonight? No, not yet. Am I really going from 3 City to just 1? Quite possibly, yeah. What do I think about Jesus to Abraham to make some more money to try and get in a Hazard next week? I mean, I don't... Jesus is a tough one, really, because when he plays, he usually does okay, but he's just not been doing it recently. So I think you've probably got to get rid long time. And yeah, that makes up some nice money if you really want Hazard. Why don't you put a poll on whether you need to wildcard or not? Yeah, I could do. I've done one before. Don't forget to hit that little I button. And vote on the polls. There is 4 to vote on. Hit that like button as well if you haven't already. Need 400 of you watching. Only takes a couple of seconds. Be much appreciated. Chelsea cover. Let's say no to coverage. I mean, don't get too caught up on the fact that Zaha is there. I mean, I could put Richarlison. What about no Kane and improve all elsewhere? The thing is, captaincy is such a big factor, and I just want to captain him every week. So he has to come in. I'm sorry, he just has to. Is Firmino definitely nailed on? About as nailed on as they come. He is going to miss the odd game probably, but still. Yeah, I think people are looking at that wildcard team and focusing way too much on Zaha and Loftus-Cheek. Don't panic about them. Thought you wanted to go big in defence. I know, but who'd you get? The problem with going big in defence is the players that I want are really expensive. Chelsea defenders are expensive. Valencia to... I know I could go David De Gea. But if I want another defender, Valencia is really expensive. I kind of like... I saw Trippier last night. He's so good. I think he's probably going to play... It looks like he's going to play most of the games. He's obviously going to miss the odd one here or there. But he's still 5.6 million for someone who's not a guaranteed starter. I mean, there's always a chance that I do better with, like... I don't know, instead of Kane, get Morata, upgrade... Well, not upgrade Abraham straight to Aguero, but near enough. But I just don't think I can go without Harry Kane. Wouldn't have the balls for it. Controversial. Do you need Kane and Eriksen? He will never captain Eriksen if you have Kane. Yeah, but I think Eriksen can do okay in his own right. I know he's expensive, but I still think he's going to bring in enough points to make him viable. If you don't have Kane in your team, like Vince says, As soon as you see that team sheet every week for Spurs, you think, oh no, here we go again. It's Harry Kane. People do definitely think that Ali is about to go on a run. He's showing that he's doing alright, that's for sure. I kind of like the idea of 5 in midfield as well. If they only had a bit more funds. 4-5-1 with Kane up top. Would I move Morata or Aguero to Kane this week? Well, I don't think Morata's going to do much against Man United, to be honest. But Chelsea got really nice fixtures after that. No Kane equals better defence and possibly better mid too. It does, but you're trying to pick a captain every week. I think I'd rather go without Lukaku than Kane. To be honest. It's only like a million difference. I'd rather, I think, yeah, drop Lukaku. Get Morata instead. No, I'm not wildcarding. Not this week, probably. Yeah, I do. I mean, Lukaku consistency beats Kane. I mean, yeah, I suppose. But the way I would look at it... Yeah, let me just have a look. Yeah, Kane's played 110 minutes less than Lukaku, and he's 1 point ahead. People are kind of saying that Kane's not had the best start to the season yet. He's still top of the charts. What happens when he starts getting a few penalties here and there? Starts scoring a few more braces. That's all he's done so far. I know, like, you could look at the scoring charts right now and just say, oh, sorry, the points for forwards, and say, well, Lukaku's a million less. Only got 1 point less. Aguero's not quite a million less. He's only got 4 points less. He's missed games too. Same with Morata. Do you know what I mean? He's over 2 million less, and he's only scored like 8 points less. But are you ever as happy captaining one of them? I'm not sure I am. Yeah, Lukaku hasn't been good recently, to be fair. Not from an FPL point of view. But he is a flat track bully, and we have some really nice games soon. And he's probably going to score in them. Just how many? And when's Pogba going to be back? I do think he's a much bigger miss than people realise. Lukaku's too lazy. He won't score goals all season. Did you see him last year? The man was crazy for the goals. So little faith. With Mane back, thoughts on Salah? I love Salah. I honestly have no thoughts about getting rid of Salah one bit. Yeah, I do think... I mean, there's two things that's going to happen with that Lukaku penalty against Benfica. Is one, he's going to be really sulky now and not want to do well. Or two, he's going to think, I'm going to show Mourinho who's boss. What price is Pogba now? He hasn't gone below 8, surely. Oh no, he's 8 exactly. Could be decent. We'll have to see when he comes back. Expected back 18th of November, so apparently after the break. We'll see that. Once he is fit, though, he's going to be straight back in the team. Like, no questions asked. You have to be a genius to work that out. Yeah, Ibrahimovic might take some game time off Kane. Apologies. No, Adam, you haven't missed much. I don't know. Phil Jones, the only thing about getting him this week is, I suppose, is in case he rises in price anymore, but this isn't probably the best week to bring him in, even though he could get a clean sheet. From next week, you probably need one, yeah. I do type fast, yeah. Am I doing Kane tonight? Am I worried about him being rested for Palace? I said earlier, like, I'm more worried about missing out on a big score than I am about him being rested. If he's rested, so be it, to be honest. I'll vice captain Aguero, it won't be the end of the world. I know, I won't vice captain Aguero because I would have got rid of him. Who will I vice captain? Salah, probably. And then if Kane's out, if it gets a recurrence of the injury or something ridiculous like that, I can just wildcard. There's no sudden rush for storage, don't panic. If I had a City defender, would you play? I'd play a City defender every week. I'm not worried about people saying, am I worried about Salah with Mane back? I just think it'll help him, to be honest. Do I think Ireland can beat Denmark? I don't know, because Denmark have the greatest midfielder in the Premier League in their squad. So it'll be tough. But hopefully they can do the business. If you're captaining Kane every time, then why spend so much on Lukaku? Excellent point. Got to remember that Lukaku is very well owned as well. So if he's going to do well, maybe I want him in my team. Cy Pry, here we go. It's been so long. Fozzie's been missing you. What's up, Ricey? Everton lost 3-0 again. So bad. Hold on to the wild card. You've just not been chatting. You've just been watching on the sly. Yeah, I saw Evra's kick. Very much Eric Cantona style. Apparently it was for racist abuse. If it was, fair enough. Maybe a bit over the top, but I can't imagine what it's like. Have I seen Stranger Things 2 yet? I've not even seen the first one. The series. If Lukaku is owned so much, those owners captain him every game week, so not captaining Kane negates your argument to own Lukaku. Yeah, it's fair enough. But the thing is, if I'm wildcarding in game week 12, just as Lukaku's fixtures get nice, it's going to be very hard to tell myself I don't need to bring him in. Although if I don't, I could just... The thing is, I could just captain... I could just do Aguero to Kane this week and Jesus to Morata the following week. The thing is, Chelsea's fixtures are like really nice from game week 14. It's West Brom away, Liverpool away. I mean, yeah, they could do okay in those. They're not the ideal, I suppose. That is right, no Chelsea at all. But yeah, I could do Aguero to Kane, Jesus to Morata. I want to change my goalkeeper though. I suppose Elliott has Watford in game week 13, but game week 12 is a problem for my keeper combo. Foster has Chelsea at home. Elliott has Man United away, so not great, to be honest. Plus, Morata lets me have that extra money. Oh no, Lukaku's not nailed as captain. Not a chance. With Harry Kane in. Oh, Harry Kane in North London, away from home. That'd be a tempter. Early kickoff, away from home. Kane definite captain. Why not go Fabianski? Yeah, I might do still, yeah. I honestly don't know when I would captain. I mean, I look at the fixtures, and I think I'm probably going to captain Kane every week until maybe even, I don't know. Probably for the next 7 game weeks, at least. I don't know if Lukaku's got a fixture in that time where I think I would captain him instead. Maybe against Bournemouth at home in game week 17. But Kane has Brighton at home. So yeah, Kane captain next 7 weeks. You heard it here first. Till he gets injured. Yeah, a lot of people, Adam, are saying about Ali over Ericsson. Maybe. I mean, it's worth saying I'm not wildcarding this week. So it might change next week, but I know what people are saying. It's not a sideways move because you're on wildcard. But at the same time, it'll feel like that because if Ericsson does well, I'm going to kick myself for getting rid of a guy that I've kind of bigged up all week. Sorry, all season. Am I Irish? Nope. Champions League results, thoughts. I enjoyed them. I really enjoyed the Spurs match last night. So good watching watching Real Madrid lose. Jesus Christ, that guy is nuts. Rahul... names are tricky for me. Rahul Bajaj? I'm sorry if I've just butchered your name. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. 6k sub soon. You are correct. We're on 5,940 right now. So only 60 off 6k. So if you haven't already hit that sub button, make sure you do. Hit the like button on the stream. Nearly at 100 now. I say once again, Rahul, appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying them. There you go. I even pretty much got the pronunciation right. And the scout said, Bahar. Okay. On the scout cash, you said you were tempted to get a Spurs defender. Have you changed your mind? Yeah, definitely, because Toby and Lloris are apparently injured. I mean, straight away you take out 2 of their key defensive options. The reason I was looking at Spurs is just because of how good their fixtures are. And the fact defenders, I think, are usually a little bit safer, especially centre-backs like Toby. Sturridge punt went out the window as soon as Kane lined up against Real Madrid. Mr. Physio, you need... Super Tiger keeps asking you about Kolasinac. You're not answering, man. If I have Valencia, should I keep him? I think the problem with Valencia is he's not good value for money versus Phil Jones. But if you've already got him and you don't really need the money, I'd be tempted to keep him right now with some nice fixtures coming up. Should be more clean sheets. As soon as Grandpa laughed, no, that wouldn't put me off going for Sturridge. Do you captain Salah or Eriksen this week? That's an interesting question. Who would I go for? I'd probably be more tempted by Salah, personally. But Eriksen at home to Palace could be really nice. But I think West Ham have got some defensive injuries. Salah and Eriksen have both been doing really well. I think Salah's been a bit unlucky not to have a bigger score in him, to be honest. You think Rashford's going to be the new Sterling in FPL terms? That's what I could do. Kane, Morata, Rashford up front. How about that? I think Rashford played... I know obviously there were circumstances around injuries and stuff, but I think Rashford played the most minutes for Man United last year. I could be wrong about that. In fact, I probably am wrong, aren't I? Yeah, I'm definitely already wrong. Maybe it was out of attackers or something. I don't know. Problem is, he's not always guaranteed to start, which is always frustrating. How could Rashford have played? No, he didn't play more than like Valencia or De Gea. Maybe it was attackers. Rashford is the equivalent of having Jesus or Kun. Is that because he might not play? Would you wait until... If you can afford to wait on Kane news, then I would definitely wait. But if you're like me, I can't, basically. When I take Aguero out, I have 12.6 million. Joselu to Tammy Abraham doesn't look like a bad move this week, to be fair. I mean, if Joselu does start this week, maybe he'll do okay against Bournemouth, but you're going to want rid of him longer term, so maybe just make the move this week. If money was no object, who would you get rid of Aguero and Jesus? Jesus. Even though he didn't play. Take Eriksen out and put in Pogba. Pogba's not even back. Sticking with Firmino, are you at all? Definitely not. What is that noise? Apologies for the weird Windows noise. I thought I turned all them off. See if I can close some stuff down. Eriksen did look really good against Real Madrid, but then again, so did Ali. Groves in for De Bruyne to free up funds. If you need the funds, sure. I think De Bruyne has probably been a bit unlucky not to have a bigger score. I know he's not playing maybe as attacking as we'd like, but he's still been much better in the last few weeks. Maybe even a month or so now. I'll definitely bring in Kane this week. I don't really think there's much of a decision around that, to be honest. Kane will do his hamstring on international break. Maybe he will. Then I'll just wildcard and, I don't know, get Morata and Lukaku, I suppose. Oh, hang on a second. How many hours do I spend weekly with FPL? Mostly just what I do here, to be honest. And Scoutcast, of course. Daniels to Fodder than Ericsson to Hazard. No, I don't think you need to do that. Now's not the time to be getting rid of to be honest, Ericsson or Daniels. Don't think Hazard's done enough where you need to make a move like that, to be honest. If you really, really want him, sure, make it, but don't think it's the right move, personally. Is this my real job? I wish. There's no way you could live off doing this. It's just for fun. Which is the member tools I use the most on Fantasy Football Scout? I have my own tables. I just look at midfielders, defenders, forwards. They're doing well over the last few game weeks usually. Sometimes the comparison tool as well. How many subs would you need to do this full time? I don't know, to be honest. a Thursday. Tuesday's often too early for news. Midweek games. Not really, no. Mark does the FPL show for a start. Plus, Thursday, there's no way to get it up before Saturday on podcast. There's less time for people to watch it. Like, the trade-off of, yes, there might be more news versus getting it out on time, it's going to be Tuesday, basically. It fits in better with people's lives. It's just the way it is. It's not very often that something major happens during the week which completely changes everything we've said. Anyone's having trouble accessing Mark's official FPL videos on YouTube? I think that guy got shut down. Or at least he made his videos private. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a goner. Johnny doesn't have his own channel. You can follow him on Twitter though. If you go to Aguero to Kane tonight, Kane's rest of Palace, will I do a grounder and skip the Scoutcast? First of all, there will be no Scoutcast on Tuesday because it's international break, and there never is, unless they've changed it without telling me. But there won't be a Scoutcast this week. They never do one on the first week of an international break. Secondly, of course I won't skip it. Why would I skip it? Because I make a bad move. I've had rubbish scores the last couple of weeks. Still there. Don't worry about it. I'll be there. Unless you hate me, in which case you should worry about it, because you're going to have to listen to me again. Zaha to Richarlison. Yeah, that could definitely happen. Like, Zaha's not a guarantee. Silver or Sterling? Silver's kind of fallen out of favour a bit with people right now, so maybe Sterling. He's a bit cheaper as well. I'm going to put my team back on screen because I feel like I've chatted about my wildcard that I'm not even doing just yet enough. People keep telling me to get rid of Zaha. So look here. Silver or Sané? Have Silver. Is that Sterling or Sané and you have Silver, or Silver and Sané you have Sterling? You moderate the Scoutcast well. I don't know. I still don't. Lots of practice needed, I'd say. It's Silver's last season at City, is it? Why is that? In your tables, do you have a minimum level of returns, or is there a different method before you move to the next table? Not really. I kind of... It's not like... I don't have it set up like goals imminent, so that if they, I don't know, miss a certain amount of chances, then they're off, or you know, if the shots are outside the box and they're not on the table. It literally just shows me stuff like shots on target, chances created. It depends on the position, and I just look through it. If I'm stuck for, like, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do this week and I know what I'm going to do next week, so I probably won't check those tables much. It's more for when I'm not sure. Am I definitely not bringing in Kane? No, I definitely am bringing Kane in. I think. Yeah, I think so. Is Damari Gray an option? I mean, as pointed out in the Scoutcast, looked really good in the last game. Will he keep playing? Maybe. It's a new manager now. But it's risky right now. I'd like him if he does. I think he looks like a good player. Who is the best Spurs defender? Oh god, who knows right now? Maybe Trippier if you want to take a bit of a punt. Otherwise Vertonghen. Yes, polls. We'll do the polls in a minute. Hit the I button in the top right hand corner. There's 4 polls to go through. We'll do them in a couple of minutes if people want to vote now. Let me see how many votes there have been. I've got to transfer out Aguero. Am I playing Destiny 2? No, not really. I've got it, but I've just not been playing it. Am I getting the new Call of Duty? Probably not. Although I tell myself that every year and then I buy it. Not great polls. You're right. Yeah, I wasn't too sure on the polls really this week. I said that earlier. So apologies, they are bad. I did a lot of the stuff last minute tonight. Just been like work has been crazy. Update on the surprise. Oh, I know. I wish I hadn't said anything about that because I'm going to keep forgetting. Just because I'm so busy at the moment. But I'll try and do it. Keep reminding me. Number of hits must be way lower than last season. Any stats? No, I don't. I don't record what I do in previous seasons. To be honest, I'd say I've probably taken a few less hits so far. I mean, I've only taken 2 in 10 weeks. I mean, it's still not super low. A lot of my hits came during the middle and end of the season last year, I think. No clamps tonight. What was that Physio was asking me? Would I do Kolasinac to Vertonghen? I don't know if now's the right time to jump on Spurs. You'd assume they'll probably still keep clean sheets, I suppose. It's a bit of a worry with Toby out. I mean, they've still got Vertonghen, Dyer, and Sanchez that can play in the middle 3, so maybe they'll be okay. It's not like they're worried about talent in the fullbacks position, anyway. Seems like you've been reasonably conservative with hits. Yeah, exactly. I'm not needed to be rash. I mean, starting off with Mkhitaryan, for example, was a good start. A lot of people took hits to bring him in. I didn't need to. It's just the way it goes. Like people keep saying. Sorry, not people keep saying, but a lot of people will say, "This week I'm taking loads of hits. This season I'm going to take loads of hits." Oh, I took loads of hits this season. Next season I'm going to take none. I just take them when I think I need them, basically. Last week was a bit of a gamble, sure. It happens. Have I seen the fixtures for Man City game week 12 to 15? Do you know what? I probably haven't. Let me have a look. Leicester away, Huddersfield away, Southampton at home. West Ham at home. Not bad, I'll give you that. I'll still have Sterling, don't worry. Don't worry. Anyway, let's do the polls. While I'm refreshing the polls, make sure to go and hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. We are on 5941 subs, so coming up to 6k. Refresh. Where are they? Okay. They always take ages to refresh for some reason. They really shouldn't. Is Stones good value? I think it could be. I mean, the problem with Otamendi now is he's on 4 yellow cards. That's always off-putting. Okay. Apologies in advance for the bad poll questions, but is Kane essential? Now, if I had more space to write, I would have explained this a bit more, because I know the answer is going to be yes. But this was more like, do you know what I mean? Do we definitely need him this week? I suppose I did put the bit about the international break in. Anyway, shut up, Andy. Just read the poll out. 85% say yes, absolutely essential. 9% say wait until after the international break. 5% say no, he's struggling at home. Remember, Spurs haven't really done well against easy opposition at Wembley yet. But yeah, there you go, absolutely essential. How important is squad balance? So again, like for Wildcard, I'm thinking about this. Am I structured? Should I just get in the players I want and just fill in the gaps with cheapies? 59% said they take it into account a little bit. 28% said it's an absolute must, and only 12% say you don't really think about it at all. In fact, you don't care about it. Game week 11 captain. 84% for Kane. 6% for Salah. 4% Aguero and 4% captain in someone else. So pretty much everyone in this chat is captain in Kane. And Game week 11 transfers. 38% say have taken 1. 27% have taken none. 25% will do 2. 6% 3+, and 1% of your wildcard in this week. Toby out could mean that Spurs will be back to 4-2-3-1 with Sanchez and Vermaelen. Vertonghen. Could make Son a good option. Yeah, possibly. I mean, Son's been playing quite a lot recently anyway. We had about 330 votes. So it's quite a lot. Is Daniels a trap? It depends what you think about him, really. If you think he's going to suddenly come in and start getting you double-figure hauls every week, then yeah, probably. If you know that Bournemouth haven't been getting clean sheets and you're making a bet on the fixtures, then I think he's fine. See you later, Physio. Good question about the next stream. It will be on... It should be on Sunday, yeah. Don't see why not. Obviously got international break. I don't know. I'll try and keep up with the videos over the international break. But I might just do the same amount of videos but spread out over 2 weeks. I don't know. I probably could do with a break to do other stuff. And hopefully come back with some internet at my new house. Am I doing my transfer live? Yeah, I'll do it before we sign off, I'd say. Morris looks dangerous in his new number 10 role. I need to start watching Match of the Day more. To see it with my own eyes. What's up, Stuart? Gross or Choupo-Moting? I think Gross is probably the one. Why no Liverpool forward? I've got Salah. Thoughts on City rotation with Christmas? I don't think Christmas matters. They're rotating anyway. Daylight savings not kind to me in South Africa. Oh yeah, I never thought of that. Apologies. Well, not a lot I can do about it, of course, but it's the way it is. Jansky, you'll be around as long as you're there at some point. Christmas schedule is crazy. Gonna have to have a full squad, I'd say. Any chance of an earlier stream on Sunday? Probably not. I think my light just really dimmed. Like the electric's gonna go or something. Why are you not having any Liverpool players in forward? I mean, it's just Firmino. I've got Vardy instead, basically. I've got Salah in attack. It was your birthday on the 27th. Happy birthday. Do I have a stream league? Yeah, it's in the description. I've still not closed it. Maybe I'll close it over Christmas. What's my opinion of Chilwell? Again, he's a bit like Damari Gray. We have to wait and see if he keeps playing. If he does, then great. Chilwell feels a bit like Stevens at Southampton. We're really going to have to see. I really don't know about him, if I'm honest. Doesn't feel like he's going to be a safe option, but like I said with Gray, he's a new manager, maybe he's got new ideas. Plans on my team, bring in Kane and then worry about next week. Probably not going to wildcard straight away in the international break. And then I will see how mad price rises are. You got Lloris, Otamendi, Stones, Jones, Cedric and me. Too heavy in defence. It depends what formation you're playing, but not necessarily. Especially with all the fixtures that are coming. Russell, have fun at work. Cheers for tuning in. I mean, Chilwell at 4.3 million. Defender playing in midfield. That just sounds way too good to be true. And it probably will be. Sané in for Silva. I still don't know if I know why people are doing that, but I don't like it, to be honest. I feel like it's a waste of a transfer. But the way he's been scoring, I can see why people are looking at it. See you later, John. Have fun at work. Damn, a lot of people must be tuning in from around the world today. They're all off to work. Unless, of course, they're working night shift or something. Live transfer, alright. Yeah, I just don't know. No suspense. You all know what transfer's coming. I'm not going to come back on screen with some weird transfer. I think I've got to do it. It's Harry Kane, for Christ's sake. 0 million. That's why it's got to be done tonight. See you later, Big Ricey. Cheers for tuning in. I'll be surprised if Jesus doesn't play. I mean, he could miss 2 in a row. Sterling's done it recently. But still. Oh, if he, I don't know. If Jesus doesn't play, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, Aguero could score really well against Arsenal. I've really got no doubts about that. I'm just hoping Kane can do more. Or should I just stay? Jesus and Aguero might play. It might be Sané that misses out. Not had a rest recently. Oh, I don't know who plays left wing. Let's put on a little bit of Candyland while we're thinking. Or do I take a hit? A hit to bring Kane back in? No, that's stupid. That's like 8 points to bring him out and back in. Or just wildcard. I mean, Aguero's definitely going to play. I really don't have many worries about that. But I think Jesus will. I don't know. When was the last time we played the both of them up front? What's the point in even discussing what's going to happen between Jesus and Aguero? Would I wait to hear about the Kane would I wait until tomorrow to bring Kane in to hear the interviews if you didn't need the money? Yeah, definitely. How's it going, Twisted? Just looking at doing Aguero to... Oh. Aguero to Kane. Oh, you bought Kane in for a hit. You sold Jesus. The thing is, for me to fund the money, I would have to get rid of Vardy, which to Abraham could be done. But I don't think I want to take a hit for this. Yeah, a hit's got to be a long-term move, I think. Here's another way to look at it. If I hadn't gotten rid of Kane, would I really be worried about bringing Aguero in? No. This conversation's only happened because I've already got him. If I had Kane and Jesus right now, I'd be thinking, right, Jesus didn't play in Europe. He's probably going to play against Arsenal. I've got Kane, I don't need Aguero. No, the wisdom of the community actually is for mostly for me to keep Aguero, actually. Imagine Kane blanks and both Jesus and Aguero playing a score. Like, it could happen. I mean, you can imagine every scenario. Do you know what I mean? You can imagine every single scenario and it won't necessarily happen. Aguero is a potential captain pick this week and any week. Do you feel the same about Jesus? No, I don't, but Kane will be my captain every week, not Aguero. Kane will be my captain for like the next 7 weeks. So even against Arsenal. Boom, 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 boom. Where is the chat? Oh, there it is. Imagine Arsenal set up defensive. Can Arsenal set up defensive? I don't know if they've got it in them, to be honest with you. Is Michael Phelps a good pick as a 4th midfielder? I'm not sure. As a Sterling owner, you're worried he's benching the 3-5-2 with Walker starting. Yeah, Sterling could be benched. I mean, he's listed the last 2 games, Premier League games. It's possible it's going to happen again. He played in Europe, but he did come on and score, so I'm happy to hold him for the price I got him. The thing is, like, Arsenal could play defensive again. Like, Man United could play defensive against Man City. I don't know if it'll work, though. City are just that good this year. It will certainly be a Super Sunday. Now, when is Kane even playing? Okay, early kickoff on Sunday. Okay, so I don't think Kane's going to be rested. I think he's going to play. I think Aguero is going to play too. I'm just going to back that Kane is a better captain pick. It really is a Super Sunday, isn't it? We'll have Kane and Eriksen. Kane and Eriksen. Followed by Sterling and Jesus. Followed by Jones. Followed by Richarlison. 6 players on Sunday. We've got Vardy in the early kickoff, Elliott in goal, Ward, Norton, and Salah, yeah. Yeah, goalkeeper choice, I've just gone for the home player, basically. I don't think there's a huge amount in it. I mean, you could argue Foster's better because Huddersfield don't have many goals in them, but I just don't really trust West Brom that much. So go for Newcastle. Aguero is a must-have for the season. To be fair, Aguero's got really good, posting really good stats from not anywhere near as many minutes as the rest of them. The strikers would give us a headache, to be honest, if we thought about them every week. I'll almost be glad when I've wildcarded so I don't have to think about it anymore, but I know it's not really playing on my mind too much, but just to pick between Aguero, Lukaku, Morata and Kane, maybe even just to pick 2 of them is tough. If you pick 3, maybe that's a bit easier. Don't forget don't forget, people, hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Subscribe if you're new around here. That will let you know when all the videos are going up, when I'm next going live, etc, etc. 154 likes. It'd be nice to get towards 200. The worry I have is Sterling's rested, then Caroline. Yeah, of course, but just the way it is. Where's the Gabbiadini man gone? He's just no good this year, Gabbiadini, so Thomas hasn't shown up. He's done. Yeah, Vertonghen in defence, is that a good option? Yeah, I think so. If you've already got him, definitely keep him. Right, people. We're going to leave it there. I think we're going to leave it there. Do appreciate you all, as always, tuning in. I know I just said it, but make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already on the way out. And that subscribe button if you haven't. Or if you are new around here. And we talked enough about Kane. Yeah, enough about Kane, enough about a wildcard that I've not even played yet. I'm actually selling Aguero for Kane. Look at the team. Kane's in. He's captained. It's happened. I've wasted 2 transfers for nothing. 2 transfers and 4 points. Awful. But, do you know what I mean? Mistakes, we've made them. We'll try and learn from them, but we won't. How long has the stream been going on? Hour and 24 minutes, although that counts when I actually turn the stream on. So, probably about an hour and a quarter, I'd say. Yeah, not going to go on for any longer tonight. Next stream will be Sunday. After that, I don't know how often I'll be doing videos and streams for the international break. Obviously, I'll do the usual stream before the game week in a couple of weeks. Probably do a preview and a review, but I don't know how much stuff I'll do in between. Might take the opportunity of the international break to actually have a break from YouTube and just get some stuff done for the house move because it's coming around quick. But yeah, thanks all for tuning in. Good luck in game week 11. Hopefully Kane captain comes off. Yeah, nothing more to say. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. I will see you next time, and like I say, good luck game week 11. See you later all.